Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, we're starting up in about a few minutes or so. Just hang out, talk. You can ask some questions if you want. We have 7 minutes to begin. What's up, guys? How the workouts going? Can be a question. Any help with the challenges? If you have any questions for me to answer during the broadcast, you can ask them now. Are you guys working enough? If you guys want some more help, you can let me know that. If you're confused about a few things that are listed in the book, let me know that as well. All right. Any kind of questions that you have, let me know. All right. We'll get to it at some point throughout this time. And Kendrick, if you have any questions, you can maybe write it down. Right there. So that we can get through it throughout the course. The thing. You want to text their link to the show? All right, we'll start in about 5 minutes. We'll give people a chance to come in. People think that this thing starts at 5, so we always wait till then. But again, any kind of questions you have in the any kind of questions, any kind of question you guys have, just list them. I'm going to try to repeat what I said before about listing questions about the challenges. Is that purpose okay?
So, everyone, make sure you had any questions about the books, challenges, anything like that. Put it in the comment section, and then I'll add it to the list. All right. So make sure you guys ask questions. All right.
Give it about 2 more minutes. Also, let us know anything cool that you've done in the meantime. possibly. Let us know things that maybe we haven't seen on YouTube if you think that we're not commenting on your stuff enough. I'm definitely looking through the videos myself. Let us know any extra stuff that you're doing, any kind of motivational stuff that might help everyone in our program as well. All right, about 2 minutes. Something random for you guys. These guys are speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. And in life, it's just a big saying where people get to basically abide by the rules of nature, and like you don't want to speak anything that might like hurt someone. You don't want to hear anything that might hurt someone, and you don't want to see anything that might hurt someone. So if you can abide by these rules, then you're basically living life to its fullest. This guy, he's Atlas. Right? He carries the entire world, and I want to be the kind of type that can carry the world on my shoulders. And shouldn't shy away from that. Right? So this is Atlas. What's I got? How much time we got? About a minute. Got 2 more minutes. This is Darwin's monkey, all right? And basically, it's a monkey looking at the skull of a human being to show the evolutionary course. He's sitting on books, and he's learning as well, and it basically shows like where we've come from as young man. Last one. This guy is the thinker. It's the actual statue somewhere else, as all of these are. And thinking to me is an enormous part about my life. So I like these statues and more. I collect them. But yeah, if you knew who they were, pretty cool. Anyway, all right, I'm going to start in about 10 seconds or so. Let me stop the music. Oh, that music is from The Mandalorian, too. Did anyone call that out? Who did? Krishna did? That's pretty cool. All right, guys, 5 o'clock. What's going on? Anything in the comment section that we need to talk about here?
Blake had a question.
What's that?
Should we videotape all the challenges and post them?
I would say videotape as much as you can.
Because he hasn't been doing it. Because from the book.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because one, it might it'll spur you on to want to keep it up. 2, it'll hold you accountable if you post your stuff, because again, if I like my job, I am my own boss, and I had a few deadlines from earlier today that I'm pretty close to meeting. I might do them tonight, but if I don't do those things, no one knows. It doesn't even matter. All right. But if I had someone holding me accountable, like if I posted this stuff, like even right now, I just told you guys that I have stuff to finish. If I told you exactly, the odds of me actually doing it tonight would be insurmountably higher. All right. So, so definitely post for that as well. So hold yourself accountable, but also post to inspire other people. All right. Not just inspire them, but to allow some people who maybe don't have the book to see what you're doing. All right. So when you help your entire team out, you become an inspirational person like Steph Curry. All of a sudden, your entire team gets better. Then your job becomes even easier. All right. Anything else? That was a good like how Blake Bastani became so amazing. All right. And they're gonna know because of all these videos. I've been watching videos of Michael Jordan recently. Ones of Kobe, and it's always the coolest videos in the world when you see 6th grade version of them working on hard. This one, so we can have a mix of the drills and then a mix of us talking in between, so that we don't bore you guys. So we're going to bounce from one to the other, then one to the other. So we're going to start with just the elementary school drills, and I'm going to highlight one. So again, if you have your book, you can take it out. If you happen to be 1st through 4th grader, you can take out your book, and we are on this page right here. All right, and again, we're on 2021, so you have to go to April of that year to get the actual date. And since we're on Friday, that puts us right there. All right, and out of all your drills where you have bank shots, 0, 1, 2, 4, touch, middle, pick and roll, split to drive. We'll talk. We might talk about that stuff later. Heads, tails, which is a drill that I love. Chair dips and knee dips, or knee jumps. Sorry. Those are all great drills, but the one that I want to focus on right now is one that you can do from your home. All right? You can't really do heads, tails by yourself, all right? But you can do chair dips. All right? And chair dips is if you have 2 chairs, you get right here in the middle, You put your arms on both sides, and then you push up. You want to make sure that your feet are straight, or that your legs are straight. Make sure that your toes are pointed to the sky. And it's a hard drill. You want to do about, like, I would say 10 sets of 10 would be good for a day. And when you do them, you may not be able to get through all of them, especially if you're younger. You can inch your feet closer. And you don't want to put it too close. You still want to challenge yourself. But chair dips are a great way to improve this muscle right here, which is your tricep. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section, Krishna. Is Krishna the only smart person in the comment section right now, besides my mom? Yes, it should be the tricep, right? And if you have a strong tricep muscle, you can shoot deeper threes. You're stronger in different ways. It also support your bicep. So there's many, many other things. You get injured less because of like rotator cuff injuries and things like that. So I think it's a great workout. All right. Another one from that from the elementary school is the autonomous workouts. Right? And did I mention that one? Was I going to mention that one? Yeah, I was going to, right? I was going to mention it. Let me see. Did I add that? Yeah, I'll talk about it. The autonomous workouts. If we ever allow you guys to do autonomous workouts, what those are is that we put a workout schedule up for you guys, and then we give you 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, to work on the workout by yourself, without us saying a word. All right? And afterwards, we judge you guys in order from best to worst. So you're going against all the 15 kids in the workout. And of the 10 things that we tell you to do, or 5 things that we tell you to do, we want to see how hard that you can go. Because if you can work out like the coaches aren't there, and you can still work out your hardest and without being pushed, then you're a better player. And you guys are getting a huge opportunity for that right now during this quarantine. So all the workouts right now are autonomous workouts, because we're not right there to push you. I know our Zoom workouts aren't that, but the autonomous workouts, and autonomous means basically by yourself. And if you can do that, like an autonomous car driving it by itself, if you can do that, then you own the world. All right. Anyway, that's enough for the elementary school stuff. Today's quote is a 6-word quote for the day. Again, it's not Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It is Friday, so 6. So we have a 6-word quote for the day. The quotes go by the day order of the list of the day. So today's the 6th day, Friday. We have a 6-word quote. And the quote is, if it's not hurting, try harder. All right. Now that might sound like a sadistic or masochistic thing, or you want pain. I'm not saying all that. What I'm saying is, you want to perpetually put yourself outside of your own comfort zone. You don't want to be comfortable. If you're comfortable, you're not working hard enough. If it's easy, you're not working hard enough. I have a saying that I always ask kids, what is 1 + 1? And everyone yells 2. And I go, what's 1 + 1 again? They go 2. What's 1 + 1 again? They go 2. And I say, and practice makes what? And they're like, perfect. And I'm like, yeah, but practicing 1 + 1 = 2 all day doesn't lead you to calculus. All right. So you have to push yourself beyond the 1 + 1 of life. All right. You must push yourself beyond, I can get everything right every single time, I'm never making mistakes. You must learn to relish and love the mistakes, and to love the discomfort and the pain and the blood and the tears and the sweat. You must love those things. All right. So I know that I sound very preachy when I do that kind of stuff, but again, hey, it's very, very spiritual in that sense. All right. And when if it's not hurting, try harder. It's also about knowing your limits. All right. So if you push yourself through a workout and you work out for an hour and you still have juice in the tank, dude, what were you going to do after the workout? You're going to go home, eat, sleep, maybe do some homework. You don't need energy from your body to do that. So since you only used 80% of your energy, you still had energy left, you wasted it. If you have an hour to work out, or 2 hours, whatever it is, by the end of that time, you want to pace yourself so that you are completely out of gas. All right, because your gas will replenish itself during the course of the night. All right, so if you're not exhausted by the end of your day, by the end of your workout, you've messed up. All right, it's like a marathon race. It's like a race for like life. All right, if you have 1,000,000 miles to go and you have only so many days to get there, like 100 years to get there, you want to go as far as you can for that day until you get too tired to keep walking, and then you sleep. And then you get up and you keep working again. There should never be a point in time where you have all the energy in the world and you're going, I'll just stop for the day. All right? You don't want to be at that point. You don't want to be that person. All right? So work until you almost are about to puke, and then back it up a step. All right. Last thing is about if it's not hurting, try harder, is ensuring that you have no regrets. All right. You don't want regrets in this life, all right, because you can never, I mean, have you ever thought about this? Time machines don't exist. It's like a fact. And time machines will never exist. It's a fact. At least to the point where you can go back in time. We know for almost a certainty that you can't go back in time. How do we know this? Because no one's ever come back to us. All right, at least that we know about. Again, unless they were ultra secretive. All right, they've never been. They've never said anything. So we know at least they're not allowed to come back to this time. So since time machines don't exist, make sure that you put yourself out there and that you have no regrets on this life. So you won't have any regrets if you know for a fact you gave 110%. All right, you know that you tried your hardest. There's no regrets, and then you're the happiest person alive. Trust me. If you have no regrets, you've done all that you can do. All right. Last thing before I let Kendrick talk, we're going to move up to the middle school drills. All right, and we are on Friday for the middle school. This is the high school book, so it won't list that in here. But if you're a 5th grade, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade book, the one that I want you guys to focus on is the jab to 3-option jumper. All right, the jab to 3-option jumper. For that one, you want to take a basketball, and if you're right-handed, you want to put the ball on your left shoulder. You want to put it up in a way where, look where my hand is. My fingers are spread. My hand's right there. I'm protecting the ball with my elbow. Everything's up. But whenever I want to shoot, all I have to do, I don't have to move anything. My hand's right here ready to shoot. I just turn it, and then my hand is in the shooting pocket. So it's my shot or here. My hands don't change from my shot to the protect. Shot, protect. So the ball's on the weak side, so I can put my strong side foot up, my right foot up. And that's the foot that I'm going to jab with. And when I jab, I'm going to cross the ball from here to there. When I jab, I'm going to stick when I jab. When I say stick, I mean you push your foot forward and you stay there. And when you stay there, you put the defense in a lose situation. And yes, I added 3 loses because they have 3 choices to make. All right? Either when you jab like this, they went for the fake. And if they go for the fake and they move off base that way, they go for the fake, you aren't going to pull back to your original spot. You're going to attack them the opposite way. So the right foot's going to make 2 steps. 1 is in the direction toward the right, and then 2 is in the direction toward the left with a long step and a left-hand dribble. All right? Their second mistake that they can make is they don't move at all. All right? So I jab, they can go for it. They may not go for it, though. And if they don't move at all, from that step, I'm going to still go right. So I'm going to jab right and then go right. With 2 consecutive steps with my right foot only. All right? And then the last one is if they drop their hands. I'm going to jab. If they drop their hands, I'm just going to pull up and shoot. Again, I'm not going to pull my foot back. I'm just going to keep it stuck right there, and I'm going to shoot that shot. Again, it would be a lot better if you're on a basketball court. Or they don't move, or they back off of you. They've made a mistake, and you're asking them one question, like we always like to say, how do you want to lose today? All right. So that's the drill that I was talking about for the middle school, and my man right here.
So what's up, guys? Sorry I missed yesterday. Had some more work to do yesterday, but I made the Zoom and whatnot. Who turned in their videos today? Because I watched a lot of videos. I know who did and who didn't.
It's okay.
Blake, yep, killing it with the videos. So keep it up. So on the leaderboard, Leandre came out of nowhere. He's been working his butt off since we started this thing. He has taken over Gabby, who was ahead of everybody in elementary for at least the last few months. But he's been working hard, and that's all because he was ready to do this. And he's keeping up. He's doing his videos, and So Leandre, good work. Finn is practically tied with Troy after Troy was leading the middle school. So Finn, you keep it up. Gavin and Blake, Armand, you guys are on your way up there as well. So you guys keep working. So far as who I expected, who's doing worse than I expected, I'm gonna have to say it's Cam, and only because I don't on the Zoom workouts. I see you turning the videos, but the Zoom workouts is like you don't really want to do it. I don't know what it is, but that's what it seems like to me. So I'd say on that part, step it up more.
I heard that he was a little frustrated
Yeah.
with his Wi-Fi connection. You can get closer to your house.
Yeah.
And you can do, besides the shooting one, I mean, you can do a lot of that stuff right by your house or even inside your house, especially for the beginning ones, like the planks. All right, so just get closer to your Wi-Fi, figure that out. But when you're doing it and you're on screen, that's when you're screwing up. Yeah. All right, and you need to go as hard as you can. And if it happens to cut out, just keep going.
Keep going. No matter if you see or not.
Yeah, and then just say later
we know you're there.
That it wasn't working.
And for my better than expected, it's kind of surprising because of how young he is, and I didn't think he would be able to keep up. But as I said before, it's Leandre. He is absolutely killing it, and he's keeping up with Blake and Finn with the videos. Today he did like 3 videos today. He did a whole workout today as well. So, Leandre, keep it up. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Blake.
We'll figure it out, Ren. All right. Next one for high school. They had the cheer dips, but again, I told you guys all about that already. Again, chair dips is a great way to get strong when you're stuck on the inside. All right. Some people thrive, some people don't, based on circumstances. And what I've noticed about this quarantine is that, man, it's calling a lot of people out. All right. There's a meme that's going around that says, it talks about like how people always say, man, if I only had more time, I would do blah, blah, blah. I would clean the house. And then the quarantine comes and they're like, what happened? And they're like, I didn't want to do it. Oh, if I had more time, I would work out all the time. What happened? Didn't do it. If I had more time, people always say if I had more time. All right. And it's like all those annoying kids on the bench when they're like, coach doesn't play me. If he would just play me, not to say that to me. For
one person in particular.
Yeah, Ben Levy, right? He said, you're holding me back. You don't know me, this and that. We were about to play against one of the better teams in California. And I said, oh, really, Ben? Here you go. You're point guard. I let him play for 5 minutes as our point guard. He got the ball past half court twice. When he got past half court, one time he shot it from half court because he got scared. And the second time, I think he kicked it to someone. All right, it was crazy. And then he came out the game and was like ready to just like give up life. And I was like, okay, wait. Now don't kill yourself.
Right.
All right. Now that's why I didn't have you do everything. I knew that you weren't ready for it. All right. So with that said, a lot of you guys think that all you need is time to be amazing. But what have you done with that time? While some other people have stood up. All right. And it reminds me of actually what the story of the day is. And if you guys have the book, you know what the story of the day is. It's about Oprah Winfrey. All right, Oprah! She's one of the richest ladies in the world, if not the richest, I'm not sure. All right, but when Oprah got started, I know some of you guys have already heard this story. I don't care. All right, when Oprah got started, she actually got fired. All right, she worked for a news company, and they said that she kept like crying and stuff, that she was like too emotional. Because when you do the news, you have to be like, oh, XYZ died today. And you have to keep a straight face. But she was always like really emotional about it. So they took her from a news show and they demoted her. They fired her and they put her on these talk shows. Now, talk shows today are pretty popular, but talk shows back then, they were like nothing. It was the news up here, talk shows way down here. And for talk shows, I guess you were supposed to interview some people, talk about stuff. They didn't know how that was going to work. It was in the middle of the daytime when no one watched TV. All right. It was very, very odd because it was during school, during work. So who even watches this stuff? So they demoted her to that. All of a sudden, she worked extremely hard, and all of her, what are those things called? All of her bad things, whatever those are called. What am I thinking of? All of her bad traits, whatever. All right, all of her bad personality traits, all of the bad things like her being too emotional, all that kind of stuff. They were perfect for the show. All right, and she basically took the genre of TV news shows. So this is news, and this are the TV talk shows, and she flipped them. Within 5 years, talk shows were way more popular than news shows. And then there happened to be so many people after her too. All these people started coming, like Ricky Lake, Phil Donahue, all these people, Montel Williams, and she made it so popular that she became just a billionaire. Right? And that's what you do, right? When anyone else would have gotten fired and put down to like a low position, they would have been super sad.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys call? Is that what you human beings call that? Anyways, yeah. All right. So yeah, weaknesses. All right. And other people that have done that have been Dennis Rodman, Deion Sanders. All right. Dennis Rodman, he wasn't a big scorer. All he could do was rebound, and rebounders didn't make that much money until Dennis Rodman came along. He started doing it with flash, with flair, was trying to get more of them. And they were like, oh my God, we need you. And they just gave him like a buttload of money. And then there was Deion Sanders, where he was not on offense. He was on defense, and he played a no-name position that got paid less than $1 million a year, cornerback. No one knew about cornerbacks. And then Deion Sanders did it, started dancing with it and everything like that. He locked down people so hard that they were so afraid of him, they only looked to one side of the field. They wouldn't even look toward the other side. He could sleep if he wanted to. They wouldn't throw his way. Then they would try to throw it, and he would take it, pick six. And now the cornerback is one of the highest paid positions. He changed the entire thing. So what I'm telling you is, you can see this pandemic like some people see it. And I'll talk about this in a second. You can see that like some people see it, or you can see it how you choose to see it, and you can choose to make it into a positive, all right, or into a strength. I know that word, all right. So I'm going to bring up one more thing. If there's any questions that you have on the challenges, I know that I went through them really fast yesterday. There's 1st through 12th grade challenges. Everyone has a challenge for every single day. If you want to know your challenge for the day, I think it should just be repeats of yesterday's, right? But if you don't know your challenge, you can ask us that right now, all right? And I'll try to answer before this thing ends, okay? All right, but the last thing that I wanted to say is I got an email today. Now, that Oprah story just happened to be the story of the day. But I got an email today. I won't say the person's name out loud, but it was a small kid. They don't watch the show. I know this because they said that they don't watch the show. They said that they don't watch the show and they don't do the Zoom. And why is because the lady's 2nd grader, he is scared or doesn't feel comfortable or doesn't like the online stuff. Not just for basketball. He doesn't like it for school when they do Zoom stuff. He doesn't like it for anything. He actually cried, he said, and like just screamed, I hate this, I hate this. There's nothing wrong with that. The kid likes social things, even though in person he's scared too, which is funny. All right, so I told his mom, it's not about the Zoom. He's scared of change. He's scared of change. And a lot of people are scared of change. Like a very healthy percentage of people are scared of change. Anything that's different, they're scared of it. You try to tell an old person, hey, get an email address. They're like, I don't want no email. Oh. Or like a newer person, you say, hey, have you tried TikTok? They're like, no. They're scared of anything that changes. All right. And for you guys, it might be when you go off to high school. I'm scared. I don't want to go. Or college. I don't want to go. And then work life. I don't want to leave. It's like, wait, okay. How'd you go from being scared of high school till now you're a senior and you don't want to leave high school? That's how much you love it? You were once scared of that thing. Okay, cool. This is just once. But then you get off to college and you were so afraid your freshman year. By your senior year, before life comes, you really want to stay in college. And college for me was like the best time of my life. And that was something that you were scared to go to. Stop with the repetition. This is stupid. You're the little kindergarten that gets dropped off at his first day and he's crying for his mom. And then when she comes to pick him up, he doesn't want to go to the car because he's having so much fun with his friends. You have to realize things are just Things just appear to be scary. All right. So I told her, I told her this. I said, he's just scared of change. Then she replies back, an adult. Again, she's not watching this, and I know it for a fact, so it's okay. She says, well, I even hate this. This sucks for them. And I said, hopefully she's still my customer. I said, that's a bad attitude. That's a bad perspective. All right. But I do get why I've been so successful in my life, because I, like many other people, not that many other people, but a lot of other people, I love adversity. I see it coming and I'm like, oh my God, here it comes. Here's my chance. All right. Because all I do is I look forward so I can see a future where all odds, that's all I see. All right. And if you guys have ever heard me speak about like my life, you've heard me talk about college basketball, you've heard me talk about overseas, you've heard me talk about like movies like Rudy. You've heard me talk about when I was in 5th grade and 6th grade going down to Compton to go play and getting beat by teams by 70 and things like that. What you haven't heard me talk about probably is my high school life or my junior high life. Why? Because we won every game by 20. I was like 28-3 my senior year. It's whatever. Like those games were whatever. They don't mean that much to me. All right? But what I do remember is we're down by 27 in the adult league, and we only have 4 people playing against 5 people, and we caught up and we won that game. That's all I care about. Right? And I love the moments. As soon as we start losing, and like mind you, sometimes we don't come back, right? Sometimes in my life, I've been down by 40 at halftime, and I get this thought, or no, we've been down by 20 at halftime, and I get this thought in my head, and I'm like, here we go. This is about to be the greatest comeback alive. And then the second half happens. No, we lose by 40. Okay, it happens, but I was hyped. Right? And I saw the opportunity. So I know I sent you guys this a long time ago, but at the beginning of quarantine, I sent you guys things that people have done during quarantine in the history of the planet, where they've created masterpieces of art, masterpieces of literature like Shakespeare. They've created entire genres of math like calculus. And they did all that because they were trapped in their houses. And if you're trapped in your house, one of 3 things is going to happen, period. Either it's going to suck for you because you do nothing. Nothing's going to happen to you. You stay the same. Or you give this person way too much time and they are going to rule the world when they come out. And that's all they needed was time. All right? And I've been behind on a few things. I was behind on taking care of the books that I wanted to do. Quarantine started, boom. Just like that. These weren't planned until September. You give me time, it's done. All right. If my dream was to dunk and I just couldn't get enough hours of practicing, end of quarantine, done. All right. So for you guys, take care of business. All right. Those of you guys who are watching are taking the first steps, and you're doing a great job of it. Okay. Got something?
As John said,
30
just
seconds.
take advantage of what you have. We have time, which is what we have right now. So take advantage of it. Keep working. So when we out of this, you got to be ready for the world.
All right. Other drills that I was going to talk about, if you happen to be a middle schooler, Lana's moves are great drills. All right, because you can have the ball on the post, turn and face, and just shoot that shot. It's a lot like our, what was that other drill called? The jab to 3-option jumper. Because basically you give them no hope. If their hands are down and the ball's up, just shoot it. All right. If their hands go up, now you punk them and you go into them and you jump stop. All right. If they go for that jump stop, you go into them, but then you spin away and you shoot your fade away. If they are about to block that fade away, you pump fake and you go through. So you have 4 different options where they can't stop all 4. Right? And a lot of our moves are like that. They're all like counters and then hits, and then counter to that, and then hit, and then counter to that, then hit. All right, and you just cycle through them so that no matter how they play, you have them. But you must practice them a ton. You must practice each and every single one a ton. All right. For the high school, let me see. One of you guys, heads tails. I do like that one, and then I'll stop with that. For heads tails, all right, we have 2 kids in the middle, and we say heads, and this one runs away, and this one tries to chase him before he gets to the end. Or we say tails, this one runs away, and this one tries to catch him. The whole thing is in the middle. The whole thing is about synapses, okay? And to play the game right, you can't guess whether it's going to be heads or tails. So as we flip the coin on my phone and it lands, and I say heads, you have to process what I said in your mind, let it go down your spine to move your legs, come back up, and then mentally make yourself move. And the time that that takes defines your reaction time as a player. And if your reaction time sucks, the only way to get it better is to mentally think about it and then try to react a little faster. So you can't cheat the game. All right. And this game also, increases your acceleration power. Your acceleration can be used on offense, defense, for loose balls, rebounds, everything like that. So your reaction time is enormous for life. All right. I've also explained how your reaction time adds to your charisma because now you're telling funny jokes. All right. If you can think faster, your reaction time improves. And all reaction time is this: is if you have synapses in your head, they're firing all the time. You have like millions of them, right? Neurons to neurons talking. All right. When they keep talking to each other a lot, they create a habit. They create a little pathway where they say, "Oh, you use this connection a lot, so let's create a little pathway and surround it with myelin, which will make the signal go faster." You want to create as much as that myelin sheath as you can, all right, so that you can, when called upon to go for a rebound or to escape an on-ball dribbler, now you're not even thinking about it. Your body just reacts faster. All right. So that's all that stuff. Make sure that you guys are doing the challenges. Make sure you guys are inspired by the quotes and the stories. Make sure that you guys are just working your butts off and that you leave nothing in the tank. So we have a 15-minute Zoom workout coming up here soon. It's another time. Let's just see if, because every one of you guys drops at some point for the plates. Every one of you guys stops at some time.
Stuff like that.
Every one of you guys stops for the jump ropes. Every one of you guys doesn't do the entire ball handling. Yeah. Okay, it's only 15 minutes. I said 2 hours and stuff. 15 minutes. Can you go 100% hard for all 15 minutes of this really easy workout? I basically make fun of this workout a lot, right? The easiest workout we could possibly do is coming up next. Let's see if you could do it there. All right. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Just in case it's lagging, I'll let this play for about an extra minute or so, and then we will switch it over. All right. And I will play whatever song comes up for my closing credits. And we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Peace.
Peace.
All right, let's get set up. You good with the stream?